I am the Assistant Media Relations Director, and I work with baseball primarily. So that means day to day I do all the sports information, whether that's game notes or statistics or working with Longhorn Network or any other media folks, and I also run our social media. I knew that I wanted to do media relations in sports from the time I was 17 years old. I went to Communications High School in Wall, New Jersey, so I applied for an internship with the Trenton Titans of the East Coast Hockey League, and I got it. I was the only high school student to do that, and so I worked in minor league hockey for an entire season, and it was really cool. And then when I got to the University of Tampa, Tom Colby, who's the sports information director at the university, he came into one of my classes, and I realized that's exactly what I wanted to do. And so I started working in his office and eventually became the contact for the men's soccer and baseball teams there. I got an internship with the Tampa Bay Rays in the communications department, and I worked there for 5 years. And in between that, I had about a 1.5 year stint at DePaul as a grad assistant there. You know, I didn't grow up with a lot of money or anything like that, so anything that could kind of offset student loans that I'd have to take out would have been great. So I think it was my sophomore year that I applied for the COSIDA undergraduate scholarship, and I got it, and it really just eased kind of a burden of going to school and paying for school that way. So that was awesome. And then when I was in grad school at DePaul, I applied again for the postgraduate scholarship, and that was really helpful to me because I was living in, a big city in Chicago, and it's kind of just, again, offset some of the costs that come with living in a big city like that and working as a grad assistant while going to school. Working in Major League Baseball is kind of, if I couldn't play Major League Baseball because I have no athletic skill, then I think working in it was the next greatest thing. It's so exciting. I go to a Major League ballpark every day. It's kind of high pressure all the time, which I liked. Everything you do is on a really big stage. So it was just a really exciting, fun time. Working with student athletes is a little more rewarding in that you can kind of help them grow and develop for their next step. I really enjoy just working one-on-one with the student athletes and the coaching staff and that sort of thing. The industry can be hard because a lot of it is timing based. You can't really give up just because timing doesn't fit necessarily. You find the next thing, always stay busy and get more experience. More and more experience is what employers want. Sports are my life. They've been my life since I was little. I almost like the behind the scenes part of it better than the actual, sports. It's a really interesting and complicated industry. It's exciting because every day is different. You're never gonna have the same day twice, and you get so invested in maybe like the teams that you're working for or, the people that you're working with. It's really about the relationships that you make and how you can help other people to grow.